Hello, everyone. Welcome back to PandaCraft. Today, we are going to do a new mod finally. Not exploring like the last 47 episodes or however long it's been. It's not been that long, but it's been a while. We are going to do a new mod that I haven't touched. It is the Lexica Botania. This thing, the Writer's Edition. You must craft the tiny potato, the fractangle. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see it, but my hand's out of the camera, so I'll do this. The official guide for all your Botania needs. So, I only read. Oh my god, that's loud as hell. Let me turn my headphones down. That was crazy. And I'm gonna walk away from those. Oh, by the way, I've kidnapped some people, so we're gonna just go over here so I'm not listening to them constantly. All right, let's try this again. me. All right, so I did read the welcome, but I'll read it to you now. Welcome to Botania. I congratulate you on the fine decision to strap a sapling. Oh, and a book together. I should finish reading before I question things. Or just on finding this tome in a chest, whichever applies. You can navigate this book with the arrows at the bottom of this page, or scroll through pages with your mouse wheel. Despite its appearance, Botania is in essence a tech mod. It requires you to put to use ingenuity, thought, and redstone to create progress. Keep that in mind. Of course, you'll also be rewarded with cool toys, blocks, and equipment along the way. Botania is a mod for anybody who likes to play Minecraft because they like building cool things. It's designed to be fully playable standalone, but can also be played with other mods. With a few exceptions, everything in this mod can be fully automated with only Minecraft and itself. If you happen to find yourself feeling lost, try checking out the mod's advancements or challenges, both which can be found on the left-hand side of this book's main page. The book is laid out in a user-friendly way with a fair number of helpful features, so before you jump in and start playing, take a bit of time to familiarize yourself with those. The entry index category is helpful for searching for a particular entry, and it contains every entry in the book in one place. And that's it for this introduction. I hope you enjoy playing Botania as much as I enjoyed making it. Vazki, the mod author. Continue by pressing the back button at the bottom, blah, 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 blah. All right. Unlock progress. Not too good. All right, the Botania. The Lexica Botania is a I have a hard time with English. It's my first language, my only language. I can speak a little bit of Spanish, but I can't read at all. It's crazy. Let's try this again. The Lexica Botania is a repository of all knowledge for all botanical matters, but you probably knew that already. A well-known botanical knowledge is stored within these pages. For convenience, if a block happens to have an entry here, it can be sneak right-clicked with the Lexica Botania to open said entry. Any entries typed in italics are basic entries which contain the core knowledge required to play Botania. You may want to read those first. Most sections contain one or more of these entries, so a good look through would be a good idea. All right, so that's how you make it. The Lexica Botania title can also be customized by placing it in an anvil and renaming it. This changes both its cover and its title. The addition of the Lexica shown equates to the version of Botania you're running, and no, I don't care about the fourth wall. Mystical flores. Around the world, you may stumble upon a large variety of mystical flowers. Spotting these flowers doesn't take much work, as they grow faintly and sparkle. They come in a total of 16 different colors. These flowers can also be grown with floral fertilizer. Read on. Flowers as far as the eye can see. These flowers can be plucked from mystical petals, which are used in the creation of magical instruments and plants. Right-clicking a petal upon the ground will bury it, making it emit particles. Plucking petals off flowers. These petals can also be crushed into the corresponding dyes. Grinding petals into dyes. By mixing dye with some bone meal, you'll create different types of fertilizer. This floral fertilizer will grow a few mystical flowers in the nearby vicinity if you ever run low on those. Depending on the soil, shimmering mushrooms may grow in addition to or instead of flowers. This is using the combination. There are also some taller variants of typical mystical flowers around the world. These can be plucked for twice the petals a normal flower would yield. Tall flowers variants can be manually fertilized with a mystical flower or a buried petal with bone meal. If you find yourself running low on a particular color, try burying that petal of the color using bone meal on it. I scrolled on accident. All right, petal blocks and removing petals. Okay, So that is it for petals. Petal apothecary. To create plant life that can do the bidding, a botanist needs a special means of infusing plants with mystical energy. Luckily, the petal apothecary can do just that. This block, when placed in the world and given some water by right-clicking or throwing a water bucket, will accept any mystical petals thrown into it, absorbing their energies. Once the correct petals have been provided, throwing any seed in will finalize the crafting process. Dude, English. All functional and generating flora are made here. For more information, read through the respective sections in this lexicon. Right-clicking the petal with apothecary with an empty hand will remove the last item thrown in. If it's filled with lava instead of water, the apothecary will serve as a brazier and incinerator, destroying the items that come into contact with it. Comparators can detect an apothecary's fullness, since the petal apothecary can be filled by a dropped water bucket, and dispenser can fill buckets, creating a system that automatically refills the water, and the block shouldn't prove to be too difficult. A simple tip for more efficiency-minded. Up to 20 seconds after crafting a flower and after refilling the water, if you right-click the apothecary with an empty hand, it'll pull another set of the same ingredients out of your inventory for quick crafting in bulk. That's cool. But this is how you build it. Oh, you make a mossy. I don't have a lisp. All right. I'm going to read the Black Lotus one before the Pure Daisy because I have like 13 of them. An elusive flower by the name of the Black Lotus exists. However, it's not known to grow or reproduce. There are no known sources of the lotus at this time. It is known, however, that each bloom contains a good deal of concentrated mana that can be released by dissolving it inside a non-empty mana pool. Just throwing it in will do. Okay. Pure Daisy. Far from being just the most basic, the Pure Daisy is the most important flower a botanist can have. This flower will purify any adjacent wood and stone blocks, as seen on the next page, into their purified counterparts, living wood and living rock. These resources are important crafting materials throughout the botanist's career. Just give it a minute or so. I can do living wood, can be turned into twigs. A few other blocks can also be purified by placing around a flower. While not as unique and essential as the living blocks, these recipes can still come in handy. Netherrack purifies into cobblestone, soul sand into sand, blaze mesh into obsidian, water into snow, ice into packed ice into blue ice, and endstone into cobbled deep slate. So to create a Pure Daisy, I need a white petal, shift to stop the animation, a blank canvas to start your adventure. So I'm not sure what the mushroom has to do, but obviously it's the apothecary. Oh, maybe it's like a white. So it's a seed, a water, and this. I don't know what this is. It's probably under that. I'll probably do that. Flower pouch. I think it's just telling me about so I can build a flower pouch and I can just put a bunch of flowers in it. Apothecary. To create plant life that can do their bidding, a botanist needs a special means of infusing plant energy with mystical energy. Luckily, the petal apothecary can do just that. This block, when placed in the world and given some water. Didn't I already read this? Yeah, I already read this. Why am I reading this again? Oh, I think this is the stuff these are what I have to do. Okay. So, first off, I'm going to go probably to sleep. Yeah. First, I'm going to go to sleep. Secondly, I'm going to build the apothecary. Oh, there's different kinds. That's so cool. We're going to start off with the regular one, which is cobble and a mystical flower. I want to not use the ones that I have in here, so I'm going to go attempt to find one in the wild. It shouldn't be that hard. There's one right here. Are these ones too? Yeah. Okay, so we've already got a couple. So let me go. I don't think I have cobble. I don't. Those birds are obnoxious. I'm obnoxious. All right. I need to grab a stack of cobble. And let's go build that. We'll just go ahead and click. All right. I need to find I need a place to put this. I think I'm going to have to create another room. I'm going to create a makeshift room right quick. Don't do that. I was going to teleport 3 feet away. All right, maybe that's what this... Apparently I was hungry. Maybe I can build this way. I also upgraded this pickaxe to be godlike. I just don't want to accidentally run into... Which I don't know. There it is. Okay. So I can't... Alright, so I'm correct in where I was. So I'm going to go ahead and cover that back up. So this is where I have to be. I don't know how much room I'm going to need. So I'm just going to dig out a smidgen for the time being. And then I'll fix the room as I need it. But as of right now, I think this will be plenty to start with. And then I'll just go that way. Because I shouldn't hit anything over there. So this, I think this will be good. And then if I go outside, it's whatever. So we'll go ahead and put this here. We'll just put it in the doorway for now. I need to go get a water bucket. Yeah, because I don't have any water. So I'm going to grab some water real quick. And then we'll put the water in the thing. This definitely have to move so I can automate it because I just can't put redstone right there. Anyway, back to this. Okay, so I need the pure daisy, which requires seeds and then 4 white petals, it looks like. Oh, would you look at that? 4 white petals. I didn't even realize. Let me go grab a random seed. I don't know if I need to throw a bucket of water. I'm just going to go grab some water out of here real quick since I'm right here. Actually, you know what I have? I have a sink. So I don't know if I have to throw the bucket in there or not. But we'll see. Apparently not. Alright, so a seed then. Alright, seed went in. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I'm obviously missing something. Right? So now what? Do I throw this in too? It missed. Okay, I guess that's not... I'm not understanding. Maybe I just need 4 of these. Okay. So I had to throw those in first. And then the seed. Alright, so, okay. I think I got it. Let me go back to this book real quick. So I think what has to happen is I put these in first, and then I have to throw that in. That would make sense. And I have to refill that every single time. So I guess I am going to dig out this way. And then, what was it? Stone or cobblestone? I don't remember. Oh, I have the wand of the forest. Okay, so I made the flower. Where is it? Pure daisy. So it's wood and stone. So let me go get... Actually, I have a self-test pickaxe. I don't feel like cooking. Let me go ahead and just... 7, 8... And I'll just put these here. Right? Okay, it's got to go up 1. So real quick, I'm going to have to fix that. Put the flower on. There it goes. Okay. I'm going to have to mess with this room a little bit. All right, back to the book. Wand of the Forest. A botanist's most important tool for manipulating flowers is the Wand of the Forest. This wand, crafted from a pair of mystical petals strapped to a few living wood twigs, good thing I'm not making that right now, is a must have for a huge number of botanical tasks. The wand has two modes: bind mode and function mode. In bind mode, sneak right click on a compatible block to select it, then sneak right click elsewhere to bind the two blocks. In function mode, it simply doesn't perform this function, freeing the sneak right click action up for other tasks. The two modes can be switched between sneak right clicking the wand in the air. Sneak right clicking a block in function mode rotates the block around the axis of the side it was clicked on. For example, using the wand on top of a chest will change the direction it faces. Those are now done. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, that's annoying. Most blocks with orientations can be reoriented this way. A dispenser holding a wand will use the wand on the block it currently faces when triggered. The petals used to determine the color. Okay, so I need to go get some wood. I'm sure living rock will be good. So I'm going to actually make one more daisy too. Good thing I had one dirt. Okay, so then this can do the logs, which is what I need. I'm actually going to do both because I have a feeling the wood is going to be more beneficial. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Oh, we can do the trinkets and accessories. Cosmetic trinkets, let's go. Many cosmetic trinkets are available to change the looks of any trinkets a player has equipped. This can be worn by themselves, but can also craft with another trinket. In that case, the latter trinket will function as usual, but take the appearance of the cosmetic trinket. Cosmetic overrides can be removed by putting the overridden trinket back into the grid. Okay, I don't think I care about cosmetic trinkets. I can make a bow tie or a regular tie or a scarf or red glasses. Oh, these are actually kind of neat. A Kamui eye. Nudisto. Oh, there they go. Clock eye. I wonder. I'm assuming these don't do anything. Hey, it's the Legend of Zelda mask. So it's mana infused string and gray. Okay, I'm assuming. So these are all cosmetics. The Spectator. The Spectator is a headband that allows its wearer to perceive the world in a better way. When its wearer holds an item, all of the following will emit colorful particles for easy spotting: containers, dropped items, mobs with that item equipped, players or player animals, villagers trading that item. When sneaking, all dropped items near the wearer will shine regardless. Okay, so that's cool. So it's a seer. Oh, introduction to trinkets. Introduction. Also known as curios, baubles, or charms. Press G, the curio screen. Do note that, oh yeah, I already read this. Okay, so the trinkets and accessories. Mystical items, overgrowth seed. An overgrowth seed is an elusive item that when planted on grass, spells it into an enchanted soil that are planted on. Let me restart this. I'm having a hard time. An overgrowth seed is an elusive item that when planted on grass, spells it into enchanted soil. Flowers that are planted on this enchanted soil will function at twice their normal speed. Unfortunately, no method of actually creating these elusive seeds is known. However, they have been allegedly spotted by historians in ancient structures and temples, perhaps. Okay, so I don't have overgrowth seeds. Let me go back to this because these are now... Oops. Don't do that. Let me shapeless. Get these, and then how did I make the wand? I need twigs. By doing that, how many twigs did I need? I need 3 twigs and just petals, right? Any petal. Okay. Well, I don't have. Oh, I have 3 petals. Okay, I'm good. So I need 3 twigs and a crafting table, which I'll just throw a crafting table down here because I'm gonna need it. Actually, wait, I already have. Well, it's too late. I've already started. This will just save time at this point. We'll just throw it right here for now. So this, that, and now I have a wand of the forest. And then we'll put the Lexica right here. All right. And I don't really need it right now, but it does a thing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of clicking stuff. Okay. Oh, wait, no, it's in function mode. I need to be in bind mode. So I bind. Nope. I don't know. I don't know. Apparently I don't need it anyway right now. All right, that's everything in the basics. So let's go to mana manipulation. Introduction. Mana is an ethereal substance in essence. It's a mystical form of energy. Its existence is inconsistent to our senses, and its color depends on its surrounding environment. The manipulation of mana is likely the most important skill a botanist needs to master. Generating flora are used to create mana. Read the corresponding section for more details. Mana so generated can be extracted and transferred with mana spreaders and stored in mana pools. Mana can be used for a myriad of things. For starters, it can fuel functional flora. To get started on mastering mana, learn to use endoflames or hydrogias, mana spreaders, and mana pools. These form a basic infrastructure for mana generation. Have a read through the functional flora and natural apparatus sections of this Lexica. Okay. So let's go do that first. Generating flora. Generating mana should be the top of any botanist priority list. Luckily, there's a wide selection of generating flora willing to do the job. These flowers, as the name would imply, generate mana, usually consuming resources to do so. All generating flora, like their functional brethren, can hold a small internal buffer of mana. Generating flora will automatically output to the closest nearby mana spreader. These flowers bind to one of the mana spreaders at a time for mana output. They'll bind to the nearest spreader present at the time for their placement or nearest place afterwards if none were in range. It must be rebound to another spreader with a wand and bind. Okay, so I have to. That's what the wand's for. Choosing your first generating flower is a pretty simple test. The simple two choices for any fledgling botanist are the endoflame and the hydrogias. The former uses coal and other fuel sources to generate mana. The latter uses water source for the same task, but decays after about 3 days. Later on, you may wish to branch out to other generating flowers that require more complex infrastructure to automate, typically produce more mana. Flowers in pots are purely decorative. So the endoflame is a very rudimentary generating flower. It will absorb any combustible items or blocks dropped on the nearby vicinity at one time and burn through them to generate a trickle of mana. The amount of time it takes to burn through an item is roughly half the time a furnace would. There are a few small caveats, though. The endoflame will not burn anything that leaves byproducts in furnaces. Example, lava buckets, which leave behind buckets. Furthermore, the flower can only burn around 2 blocks of coal's worth of fuel at once. If a single fuel item with a longer burn time is used, its fuel efficiency will be lost. So to build that, I need a red petal, a gray petal, and 2 brown petals. Okay, so I'm going to go find brown. Just brown. I'm going to build 2 chests. And they can go right here for now. This stays, this stays, this stays. I'll leave the cobble and the living wood, of course. And we need to go find blue flower, red thorn, and brown. I want a blue flower, red thorn, but I need a red flower. Ooh, a dark blue one. Are those them? Please? Oh, and brown? Let's go. All right, I am back. Oh, I need to put some torches down here. I didn't even think about that. Don't need nothing spawning down here. All right. Back to what I was doing. So I found my flowers. I don't remember what I needed to do, though. All right, so seed. 1 gray, 1 red, 2 brown. All right, so 1 gray, 2 red. No. 1 red, 2 brown. And a seed of daring. All right. And that is make a generating flower and petal apothecary. Okay. So now that I've done this, I need the book. So now I need mystical blue and cyan, which I think I did get both. I think light blue might give me cyan, right? Nope, gives me light blue. Oh, did I not get a cyan one? Oh. Let me go get some cyan and I'll be back. And a seed. Boom, okay. So now I have my hydrangeas. And where's the fire one? I probably put it in here. Yeah. Why am I so fast? Okay. Now what do I do? So I need to do the mana spreader, right? So mana pool. Mana pool is simply put a storage for mana, accepts mana for mana spreaders, and any adjacent ones will fill from it automatically. All functional flora require a nearby mana pool. To draw power from mana pools come in 2 types: a weaker diluted variety, which stores a very small amount of mana, and a normal variety, which stores 100 times more than the diluted kind. Wherever a mana pool is referred to elsewhere, it refers to a normal one. Oh, that's so easy. Okay, so I just need 5 living rock. The diluted mana pool could be useful for small buffer for a flower or system that doesn't use much mana, as a normal pool holds a lot of it. Thanks to that, mana readings for a normal pool won't be very precise due to scale. The display bar size on a normal pool will increase very slowly. Tossing certain resources into a mana pool will infuse them with mana from the pool, turning them more magically useful forms like mana steel ingots or mana pearls. Okay. Iron ingot into a mana pool gives me mana steel. Infusing mana steel, mana pearl, mana diamond. Alright, what do all the mana stuff do? A biscuit of totality, let's go! Okay, so mana pool is next up on the list of things that I need to make. Good thing I have enough. I did it. I'm going to have to change this up. Okay. So the mana pool, I think, is going to sit right here. And then I'm going to put this guy here. This guy here. We'll do an endo flame. Where's the hydrangea? There it is. And then next I need the mana spreader before I do anything else. Whoa, a lot of stuff is opened. Alright, mana spreader is the single most important tool a botanist needs to manipulate mana. This brick shoots mana from point A to point B. It faces a cardinal direction when placed, but sneak right-clicking it with the wand of the forest. On a face point elsewhere, it can be aimed at other blocks with a wand in bind mode. The mana spreader as seen with a wand of the forest held. The mana spreader has a small internal buffer of mana, which will fill by generating flora bound to it. Flowers when placed auto bind to the nearest spreader. This buff can be viewed, blah, blah, blah. holding the wand of force makes nearby spreader visible, displaying aiming beams hovering over a spreader highlights its target. Okay. Applying a redstone signal to a spreader will pause its firing of burst if finer control is required. A pulse mana spreader is recommended as it fires upon a redstone signal in lieu of a target. Furthermore, will start suffering mana loss after a small amount of time. This can be seen in the burst appearance as it. Wait. The spreader will only fire another burst when the last one hits its target. Furthermore, a mana burst will start suffering mana loss after a small amount of time. This can be seen in the burst appearance as it thins at that point. Oh, goodness. So I need living wood, 1 petal, and a copper ingot. Alright, so right-clicking the spreader with a piece of wool will sleeve it. In addition to making the spreader look fancier, it'll also muffle the sound when a burst is shot, reducing the potential noise of a larger number of spreaders in the area. Right-clicking will remove the sleeve. Similarly, right-clicking it while holding scaffolding will surround it in a sturdy frame. This allows it to support fragile redstone components like buttons and levers on all sides. Redstone dust, repeaters, and similar can also be placed on top of it. This also seems to allow the spreader to entirely contain water placed inside it. Right-clicking while sneaking to remove the scaffolding. Okay. So let's build a mana spreader. This, right? I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong, actually. Was it... Maybe it was this. Was it this? Did it go this way? Am I having a brain fart? How did I make the mouse? I'm so confused. Where's the mouse spreader? Oh, okay. I was close. I was so close. And the copper. And this. Mouse spreader. Okay. Let's go put this guy. Where's my wand? Okay, that's what I want. I did it. And this guy over here needs a water source block, I believe. Alright, so I put the water here, right? And then does it do its thing? I don't know how the hydrangea will receive its water. Converting the water. They suck up any... No, in a 3-to-3 area. No. At the same altitude. Okay, so it needs to go up 1. Is it going to pull this water then? I know that'll burn coal, so I'm going to grab coal. Then I'll at least know what it's supposed to look like. Alright, so then I think I just throw the coal on it, right? There it goes. There. Well, if that monopole's working. Oh, we have a new basics. A runic altar. Runic creation is a complex topic, but an important one for the advancement of any botanist career. However, this mode of crafting requires a firm grasp of the concepts of mana manipulation use. Before proceeding further, a read through the important entries, those in italics, in the section of the Lexica Botanica might prove helpful. Runes are vital components of complex magical devices or flora created on a runic altar. To use a runic altar, start by placing via either right click or simple toss the components of the rune you want to create upon the altar. Point a mana spreader with a supply of mana at the altar and let the mana flow. Your wand will show you the progress of the transfer. It should be apparent when the altar has received enough mana. When that happens, just drop or right click a piece of living rock upon the altar, then use the wand on it to collect your rune. A total of 16 runes exist. The most elementary runes are named after the 4 elements. The intermediate runes are named after the 4 seasons, and the most advanced are named after the 7 deadly sins. A separate rune of mana also exists outside this progression. Right-clicking the runic altar with an empty hand while it's not accepting mana will pull out the last item. Additionally, an attached comparator will emit a signal strength 1 if the altar is accepting mana, and a signal strength 2 if it's ready to craft a rune. Any runes used for recipes in the runic altar function as catalysts will be returned upon completion of the runic recipe. Similarly to the Petal Apothecary, right-clicking this block with an empty hand will give you back the item. So a water rune requires a bunch of doodads. Oh, they all require a bunch of doodads. Rune of Gluttony. Let's go. So what do the runes do? Oh, so it wants me to do the runic altar next. I don't really want to do that. Mana manipulation again. What else? We have functional flora. Oh, I have so much functional flora now. All right, and then... All right, so we got a bunch of this stuff. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to have to read through. Enter artifacts, challenges, miscellaneous, mystical items. Mystical items. Oh, mana stealer equipment. Mana weaving cloth. Rod of plentiful mantle. Ooh. All right, so this is going to be a little bit shorter of an episode because I didn't plan this through very well. But I'm glad we got to start this, and we're going to continue it in the next video. I'm going to build out this room. I'm going to make it gigantic because there's going to be a lot of stuff going in here. But I don't want to put too much stuff down until I have the room built out a little bit more. So that way we can move on without me going, oh, no, I got to build out a wall again. So I'm just going to make a massive room and then we'll go from there. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you like about this mod so far and what you're what you want to see in the future. And I will put that in my brain and I will remember it for next time. So thank you, and I will catch you in the next video. So until then, boop, goodbye.